And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Sports Logo Talk. I am your host, Hitman Kaz, and this year we've seen a plethora of new logos, some good, some bad. And of course, as done every year, Chris Creamer of SportsLogos.net hosts his annual Creamer Awards, where he counts down the best primary logos, alternate logos, and whatnot, and of course the worst logos throughout the year. Now, keep in mind, in order to qualify for anything on this list, the logo had to be made and used within this year. So don't expect to see the Vegas Golden Knights logo, the Louisiana Baby Cakes logo. Don't expect to see those logos because although they were presented in this year, they aren't used yet. Anyways, without further ado, let's get down to it and start off with the best alternate logo. Rounding off the field in third place is the Florida Panthers alternate logo. Now, the Panthers shocked everyone. I think it was last year, was it? Or way early in this year, where they revealed they would be introducing a new logo for the current season. Everybody was shocked when they came out with the logo that they did. And the one they had before that, which was similar to this one, but not as good, was now the alternate logo. The current one, the current primary, I must say, is just as amazing as this. But this was a huge upgrade. Yeah, I really didn't expect much, but I'm glad I had low expectations, because this blew me away. You know? Yeah, and I never really thought much of the Panthers, because you never really would expect hockey to be in Florida. But, you know, we got the Lightning there too. But they ain't that good either. But this was almost perfect, as you can see by the rating. But unfortunately, it was only third. Now on to second place, we have the Sacramento Kings. Now, for the longest, people have been saying that the Kings were overdue for a new logo, because they had the previous one with the swords and whatnot since, I think, the early 90s. And it did stand the test of time. But, you know, eventually, once you have a logo lasting that long, some people feel that it might be time for a change. You know, a changing of the guard. You know, have somebody up there make a new one, and they finally did. And what they came with, hey, it's nice and simple, but it's perfect. Because what they did was they took the logo from when they were the Kansas City Kings and the Kansas City Omaha Kings, and they modernized it, and they put it in the current Kings colors, purple and silver. And this right here, I thought was a great move by them as an alternate logo. See, the line along with the ball, the line alone brings me back to the Los Angeles Kings logo from the early 2000s. Yeah, when they had the shield with the lion, the crown, and I guess the sunburst. And like the whole logo itself reminds me of the old school Pistons logo back when they had the flaming horse. And as an alternate logo, they had a ball on one half and then the flaming horse on the other half. And I thought that was awesome. speaking of which, the Pistons need to go back to that, because the current one, I know the current one, modernizes the Bad Boys logo, but it's just not doing it. Just go back to it. Anyway, that's all I got to say about the Kings logo. And, well, except for the fact that the site rating was very close. But Sacramento is above them by the skin of their teeth. And now on to first place, we have the Great Lakes Loons of the Midwestern League, minor league in baseball, which is probably why most of you have never even heard of this team. Now, before I go any further, please keep in mind that yes, this has the lowest site rating of the other two, but I should have mentioned this earlier, but the judging as far as the best logos go was not determined by the rating of each logo by the site. It was done by a panel of judges that was selected based, I'd say, on maybe how well they have probably either done logos or not. Maybe they're like little logo experts and whatnot. So yeah. Now, me personally, I'll admit I do oppose to this being first place, considering what's in second and third. I mean, personally, the Kings logo should be in first, but but I don't make the judging here. I just give out the results. But even so, this logo isn't too bad. I mean, I've seen better, but this is pretty good. And considering what they had before they just changed their primary, also, this was a big improvement. The color scheme, however, I really don't have much good to say, but because it reminds me of the Minnesota Wild. But that's mainly the primary logo talking to me. But yeah. And I find it surprising because a majority of the minor leagues in baseball have a tendency to rip off the logo of their MLB affiliates, and this one decides to stand alone, and I like that. But a lot of teams, and it's now starting with the NBA D League, where the teams are now trying to incorporate their logo to match that of their NBA affiliates. And now we switch from best alternate logo to best league event logo. Now this counts as All-Star Weekend, the draft, basically any kind of special event happening for any league, and every year does it, so and any league is eligible. But of course there was only one winner. Now starting off with what came in third place, the new logo for the Appalachian League. And the Appalachian League is another MLB affiliate that has affiliate teams for the Toronto Blue Jays, Pittsburgh Pirates, Kansas City Royals, Atlanta Braves, Minnesota Twins, Houston Astros, St. Louis Cardinals, New York Mets, Tampa Bay Rays, and New York Yankees. Now I really don't have much to say on this, mainly because, again, it's because of it being minor league baseball. You really can't catch much of it because it's hardly televised. But it's still a pretty good logo. Although when it comes to baseball in general, I'm getting very, very sick of round old logos, because it seems like not just baseball, of any teams scapegoat for a new logo to use roundels. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some teams can do roundel logos correctly, like the 76ers. And then some people will do it incorrectly. And as far as that, take your pick. But that's all I gotta say about that. Moving on to NBA's All-Star 2016 logo that was hosting in Toronto. Now, honestly, I think this is the first time that they've had the All-Star game in the Great White North. I mean, you look back at the years, it's always been in the U.S. This is a big step. Well, it was a big step because it already happened. But yeah, a big step for the NBA to host an All-Star event in Canada. I mean, I don't remember this happening in any other major four, minus the NHL and the MLB, because the NHL, they had it in Montreal and in Ottawa different times, and in MLB they had it and also in Montreal. But yeah, I saw this, by the way. I always see NBA All-Star Weekend all the time. I love it. It's a pastime for me, being a big-time basketball fan. And honestly, I thought they were gonna incorporate the current Raptors logo with this, but instead they didn't. But it didn't stop the logo from being great. Now, with every second best, there is the first best, which brings me to the best event logo for 2016, which is the NHL's All-Star logo, which was hosted in Nashville. The first time for this city to have the All-Star game hosted there. And I'm surprised they haven't gone there before, but mainly All-Star events are typically hosted in big cities, like New York, Montreal, Chicago, Tampa. It's good to see that they're having in Nashville. Last time I remember them having something in Nashville, I think they were having the draft. Yeah, the NHL draft. They had in they had there. But I think that was either like maybe a year or two ago. I'm not too sure, but yeah. And hey, just in case I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But overall, honestly, this I really didn't pay attention to this logo much. I figured it was just your run of the mill also logo, but this I'm really having a difficulty to find the words to say, because it really wasn't anything I was expecting them to maybe use the Predators style of writing or something, maybe put the Predators logo somewhere around the logo, but nah, they just have their I think their alternate logo. But yeah, now moving on to the best primary logo. Now, I think we've all been waiting for this. Me personally, I wanted to save the best for last, and you can't get any better than the primaries. So, without further ado, let's get down to what came in third place, leading us off with the third place for best logo is the USL Pros Bethlehem Steel FC. Now, this team, they just became a team, so it's not like it was a new logo coming from an older logo. And when it comes to a new team, you always want to make a new impression, and definitely this is the right way to go. And when I first saw this, I had to do a double take at the bottom because I thought I saw a basketball at the bottom instead of a soccer ball, to be quite honest. But looking at it, you know, it's really not much bad you could say about it. And usually when it comes to pretty much anything, I have a tendency to nitpick almost anything wrong with it. And people that I know will even tell you that I do this a lot. And it'll get on their nerves. But I really can't find anything bad about this. I mean, personally, my favorite part is the eye wrapped around the snake. Makes me think of the Rio Grande Valley Vipers logo of the NBA. I mean the D League. I ain't showing that. You want to see the logo? I'll leave a link in the description for it. I better just look it up. But moving on from third place to second place, we have the MLB's minor league team affiliate in the Eastern League, the Hartford Yard Goats. Now, when I think of Hartford, I'm thinking the Whalers, the Wolfpack. And speaking of Whalers, they do use their color scheme of blue and green, similar to what the old AHL team affiliate, the Connecticut Whale, still oppose that name, but it doesn't even matter, they're not even a team anymore. But anyways, yeah. Now, me personally, with this logo, what draws me in, honestly, isn't the GOAT. The script is what draws me in, because the writing, the font, I just love it. It looks so freaking epic. Like, you would not believe. It's the kind of writing I'd want to put my own name under if I knew what kind of font it was. I mean, personally, if they just had this on a jersey, I'd probably be like, just shut up and take my money. I bet you if they probably would have just had this, just the script alone, it would have been money already, you know. But just putting that ill-ass goat there, chewing on a bat, well, albeit a broken bat, it just makes it 10 times better. Now, once again, because of it being a minor league team, you know, you wouldn't be able to see them at all. But you definitely want to see it when you come across something this great. Now, enough of me praising this, even though I'd probably be here all day. But, yeah. Now, we switch from the second best to the best primary logo. And this, honestly, man, I thought another logo that's in this team's same league would have won, but man, it wasn't even in third place. But anyways, first place we have the NHL's Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, words cannot describe how much I really like this logo. This, of course, was light modernization of the logo they had back in, I'd say, the 70s. The biggest improvement with it is that the font, the stuff saying Toronto Maple Leafs is actually in the center. Back then, when they had this logo or similar to it, it was offset. Like all the lettering, like imagine all that lettering you see it right there, but imagine it all the way to the right of the leaf. Like on the leaf, but all the way to the right. That's how it was. And it just looks so wrong in my eyes. Like I like the way the leaf looked, but it just bugged me so much that it was offset. And for them to come through with this, I mean, them and the AHL affiliate, the Toronto Marlies, really decided to step up their game, as far as new logos go. And this blew every other logo out of the water, man. Even the other logo that I thought was gonna win. When I look at it side by side, it just can't compare to this, I mean, Toronto really definitely broke the standard as far as logos go, man. And I think I'd be hard pressed to find a logo that would be better than this come next year. And that's all I gotta say about that. And as I said in the beginning of the video, and I really don't want to say it, but with every good logo, there's a bad logo. And we've come to the best logos, so I must present the worst logo of 2016. Give me a sec. I gotta puke real quick before I show you this logo. And I'm back, and we have the worst logo of 2016. Not only 2016, but in my opinion, probably all time. God, man. We have the Premier League of America's Minneapolis City SC, who's freaking monstrosity of a primary logo. It was just introduced in here. Somebody please tell me what in the hell was Minneapolis City thinking? But yeah, what in the hell was the PLA thinking of even considering this, man? This is just as bad as the Los Angeles Clippers current logo. I mean, this one. I mean, first off, somebody tell me why the M and the S is freaking cut off when everything else isn't. And on top of that, why is it in black and white? Not that I'm saying I have a problem with black and white, because I don't. There are teams that can pull out black and white perfectly. Brooklyn Nets, Spurs, Raiders. But, this ain't one of them. I know I've said in the past that simplicity is sometimes the right way to go. This is not what I had in mind. Now, personally, I figured they use that shape just because you normally see that kind of shape on a soccer ball. But there was so many better ways they could have gone about this that they just completely missed the mark by a mile. This is just overall terrible. I mean, I bet you somebody could have farted on a snare drum and they could have come up with something better than this. But I'm done crapping on this logo as it's already crapping up just by looking at it. Hell, I think my eyes are starting to hurt. Right? So And so we've come to the end of Sports Logo, of this edition of Sports Logo Talk. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching this. If you like what you see, go ahead and give this a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe. Share this to any place you know. And, stay tuned for the next episode, which shall be coming forth maybe next week, a week after, something like that, where I will be discussing logo ripoffs. Now, and I'll go further into that when the time comes. So until then, this is the Hitman Kaz. I'll catch you next time. See ya.